Сейчас мы поговорим с уникальным человеком, который приехал сюда специально из Бостона, и он знает, что происходит в Бостоне по поводу инноваций.
Oh, sure. My name is James. I own an electronics company in the Boston area. We're an early startup company, and what we're doing is we're building a mobileware. And what we want to do is we want to make music experience part of who you are and part of what you do on a daily basis.
Is it kind of Spotify thing?
No. So it is a wearable device that you're going to put on you, and our goal is to take music and localize it to your body. Let's say you have the device on without anything in or around your ears. I could be standing here and you could be listening to audio and enjoy music, and I can't hear any of it. And that is what it is that my company is building. It will have a lot of high-tech gear. Initially, the prototypes that we're producing doesn't have the complicated factors that you mentioned, but in the long term, it will be one device that will eliminate a couple of devices. So imagine a world where you live in and you don't have 5, 6, 7 different devices, including headsets or earbuds, and you only have one that can produce the audio that you want, and you put it on, and you find the future has unlimited possibilities, especially with all the research that's being conducted on how it is that we react, what is involved in the processes that goes on in your head. I mean, our brain has unlimited potential that we haven't tapped into, and if we actually focus on that, we're going to get somewhere. And you know, with a lot of the speakers today, they tell you a couple of different things, but what you'll find being an entrepreneur is that when it comes to a vision, you have to be bold, you have to go for it, and you have to persist, because it is the uncommon people that actually make innovation. It is those who think they can actually change the world that actually do. Boston, it's really interesting in the economics of Boston itself. When you look at the whole state, it's shaped in a very unique manner, I'll have to say. But we have a lot of education systems there. I'm pretty sure you know Boston, Massachusetts as a whole is the education capital. Boston, a lot of people say MIT, Harvard, but what you'll find is that downtown Boston, within a mile in whatever directions you go, you will find an institution. You'll find a college. You'll find some sort of an education system that actually teaches people advanced degrees. And so Boston itself, you know, people think of Boston as just Boston, but the whole state is really an education platform. I did it from Bridgewater. I got my MBA there, and it's a school. It's south of Boston, about a 40-minute drive. So when I worked close to Boston, it was kind of a pain, because I don't know what traffic is like in your country, but or in Silicon Valley. I've been here for a couple of days. I've seen what it is, but Boston itself, oh man, it's tough. I'm in Boston because that's where I'm from. And what I want to do at this stage is, we're early in the stages enough that we can actually find another home. And I've been traveling quite often in the search for a new home.
Why are you doing that? Because of the price? Because of the new opportunities? Why?
Because of locality and the social economics of what it is we want to accomplish.
Okay, what's wrong with Boston? Let me ask from different direction. Why you want to leave Boston right now?
There's nothing wrong with Boston. Absolutely nothing wrong with Boston. If you look at the trajectory of a lot of the high-tech companies, they've typically at some point decided to move into a place like Silicon Valley or into other places where there's a condensed level of individuals that are highly focused in that route. I think we're making two big assumptions here. We're making the assumption that Boston doesn't have any tech company. In the space that I'm in hardware primarily, and software down the line to support the hardware. But the initial core foundation of who I am as a company is hardware. And here in the Silicon Valley, you'll find a greater concentration of hardware investors at the earlier stages. There are hardware investors in Boston as well, but as you mentioned, here in Silicon Valley, you'll find there's more of a concentration because of companies like Google, Apple, and a lot of the other companies that really have attracted a lot of people to the area itself. If you go to health, the health industry, the health tech industry, you want to be in Boston, because we have the top schools in health. We have so many research institutions. We have so many different programs that support research and development that if you're in health, you want to be in Boston. I'm exploring options, whether it's Silicon Valley or if I continue into Boston. I'm on a quest to find a second home. And it could still be in Boston. We'll just have to see what the trajectory of my quest results in. Vision for the future. It can get pretty complex, but what I see is, imagine you get out of bed, you get dressed, and all you're done for your routine. And what you do is, as soon as you're done getting out of bed, you put on 1, 2, or 3 devices, and that's all you need. You don't need a purse. You don't need any other thing that's on you. And with those devices, you can actually do anything that you want to do throughout the day. Whether it's get connected to the world, whether it's checking email, whether it's anything that you have an interest in, you can search and do without any need for a purse or anything else. Now, I know I'm speaking in practicality because a woman has so many other things that they need other than smart tech, but I envision a world where if for a guy or a girl, that we just get up, get dressed, and only have 1 or 2 devices on us that are critical to what we need. What I will tell you is that there's a market out there for mobile wear. Okay. And in the future, you'll see that both men and women want to be able to do everything that they want to without having the need to carry around a wallet, to carry around any other devices except for 1 or 2 devices that you put on you, you get up, bam, you put those devices on and you can go about and do everything that you want, anything that you need as a human. And what you'll find is a lot of companies are searching to be the one that makes that device, that make it so that you can go throughout your whole day and not have anything on you but your clothes and a couple of different devices. The economics and the, let's say, the here in the United States is a little different than the economics in Russia or any other parts of the world. When you look at our government structure itself and the beliefs that we have here, there's a lot of intellect that you can get from data. In Russia, the same thing as well. You have government systems, you have your own sets of values and morals and a lot of different components that are involved that make Russia. I think in all businesses, you want to go into the business with some sort of knowledge because at the end of the day, you can't operate a business on loss. In order to go into a market, you have to be able to take some time and really learn about the market and really learn about what it is that the people in the market want. As a business, if I were to make the leap to any country, not any country at all, the first step is going out there and figuring out what it is that the people want and tailoring that device to the needs of the people. And that's really all it is. It's really all about finding a place where you can deliver a product, whatever it is. Now, Russia is not a place that I foresee myself going at this time.
Why so?
It's not in the market realm of what it is I want to deliver. My goal is to do all operations here in the U.S. When you look at the numbers, here in the U.S. we're one of the largest GDP in the world. That is correct. So business-wise, as a businessman, my main objective is to develop in an area that I know, and that is here in the United States. That is the first step. In the future, I can't predict what the future holds for the demand in my business. That is something that I'll be persistent, and it's not all about money. It is, you have to be profitable at the end of the day, but you really have to do something you believe in. And once you get that, it'll take you places.
Thank you very much.